Alright, we're back. So, I guess you guys had a good week. Or had a super shitty week. Whatever it takes to get you to listen to this shit. That's cool. So, real quick, I'm super excited. One of the gals at work gave me one of those digital antennas for my TV. And I plugged it into the TV in the studio here. So, I found out recently that there are some channels that show like classic television, which is one of my most favorite things ever. Right now, on channel 4.3, I believe, at 12 o'clock on probably weekdays, I guess, you can watch The Drew Carey Show, which is one of the single greatest sitcoms of all time, and one of my favorites. I'm pretty sure that it is objectively one of the greatest sitcoms of all time and not just my opinion. So, yeah, I've been wanting to watch this show for fucking ever now, and it's not streaming anywhere, or it may be streaming in like Amazon Prime. I'm not sure. At any rate, it has not been available to me, and I have missed this show so much. So, yeah. If you have an antenna, and that's how you watch television, this is the time and station to catch The Drew Carey Show. And you're welcome. So, yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much all the stuff I've been doing lately. Last week I saw Erica Rhodes perform at Wise Guys in Jordan Landing, and son of a bitch, she is super fucking funny. She does a lot of dark humor, which is what I relate to. So, I enjoyed her a lot. So, you should look up her, I can't remember if she has any specials out. I want to say she does. I have not checked that myself. But find her, follow her on her social media stuff. She's hilarious. I swear, what else? I watched the Kaminsky Method earlier. That was so fucking good. It was another one of those shows that kind of showed me my impending future. You know, the bitter loneliness and pretty much it. You know, the smart assery that will inevitably land me in a grave by myself. But it was super dry, like quick-witted humor, so it was very good. What else? Oh, I finally watched a couple of episodes of Mom with Allison Janney and Anna Faris, whom I don't hate in that. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Anna Faris, but she's pretty good in that show Mom. And Allison Janney, if anyone listening to this knows her, I would like to marry her. So, anything we can do to make that happen, it'd be great. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. So, all my news bullshit that I picked up off of Twitter over the last, over about 10 minutes from the last week or so. And then I spent 20 minutes writing half-assed notes about it. So that's where we are at the moment. Lance Reddick added to Godzilla vs. Kong. That's according to Heroic Hollywood, citing Deadline. Yeah, Lance Reddick. He's one of those guys that you see in fucking everything and you don't know his name. But he's a talented actor. And I'd swear he was on some police procedural sometime in the early 2000s. I don't recall, though. And of course, when I say I do my homework for this, it is pretty much just me sitting on Twitter for 5 minutes writing notes about headlines. So, I don't recall what it is I'm remembering him from, but he's good. And, Godzilla vs. Kong, that is slated to come out May 22nd, 2020. So, I'll come back to that because that's kind of sad. The Aquaman 4K Blu-ray is, I guess it's still technically rumored, seeing as it has yet to be released and proven to be fact. But they are allegedly going to have an IMAX aspect ratio version on that disc. It's according to the Blu-ray Forum. I don't know what the Blu-ray Forum is, but that's where that information came from. So I guess if you own an IMAX-sized television, that might be a good thing for you. Let's see. I'll come back to that because I'm going to get all ranty and weird about it. Sentinel Comics, the RPG. That is going to be a new role-playing game. I believe they've got a Kickstarter, so you can just get on there and search Sentinel Comics, the role-playing game. And it seems to be introducing a system with which I am not familiar, so maybe a newer one. And that is called the gyro system. And gyro is actually an acronym for green, yellow, red, out, which I believe is their damage regulation system on there. And the little bit that I read suggests that as you move along that damage track from green to yellow to red or to out, your stats change in such a way that your character becomes more dangerous or, I don't know, more endangered. Yeah, I don't know too many of the specifics there, but yeah, it could be interesting. And, yeah. I guess there's talk of new costumes for Avengers Endgame. So, if you give a shit about that, I mean, obviously they're going to have new costumes. That's just what they do. And, of course, we saw Clint's Ronin costume. So, I'm excited to see what they do with that. Yeah, his whole family's gone and he's pissed. I'm excited to see what he does. Because we've seen a little bit of what he does when he's not quite in his right mind. And going through something like that, he's going to be fucked up. Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens. That, of course, comes out April 26th. Let's see, Ghostbusters and Transformers will be crossing over in the comics. Because why not? Those are both titles produced, or published rather, by IDW. And, yeah. I haven't collected either of those comics, I don't think. I should, though. Because I've always loved the Ghostbusters and the Transformers. No, wait, Transformers should be owned by Marvel. Or at least they were at one point. Huh. I'm not sure where that title is at the moment. Alright, well, I'm a piece of shit. So, yeah, go buy Transformers and Ghostbusters comics. It'll be fun. And follow Pablo Hidalgo on Twitter because he's always posting these fantastic illustrations of Transformers. Because I guess Transformers is his most favorite thing right after Star Wars. And, yeah, he's always tweeting or twittering or whatever about Transformer stuff. And like I said, he's always showing like great pencil, like inked pencil sketches, and yeah, those illustrations have very much like the 80s animated style to them, and they look fantastic. Holy shit, I totally forgot about this theme song. There's another episode of the Drew Carey Show on right now, and god damn, I've missed it so much. Alright. So The Mandalorian wraps filming. That's one of the new upcoming Star Wars series focused on not Boba nor Jango Fett, but I think an actual born and bred Mandalorian warrior. I think. I don't recall too many of the specifics on that. But what was it? I want to say at least the pilot or the finale, one of them, was directed by Taika Waititi. So it's going to be super fun. And that is expected to be released sometime this year. And I want to say it's going to be on Disney Plus. So, yeah. Okay. Jessica Jones and Punisher were officially canceled by Netflix. So, yeah, here we are. I could have sworn there was going to be a season 3 of Jessica Jones that they just needed to release. Like, I thought everything else was done, but I guess not. Because, I saw that cancellation before I saw the mention of the Punisher cancellation. So, yep, that makes me sad. But, Jeff Loeb actually wrote a letter to the Marvel television fans. You can find that on the Marvel Twitter. I have not read it yet, so I don't know what he says. But I do have it. I do have that link saved, so I'll be looking into it when I have a few free minutes, probably at work. So, yeah. Alright, and Gwyneth Paltrow has announced her retirement from the MCU. So I'm guessing we'll see her for a minute in Endgame, and then that'll be it. And Kevin Smith mentioned, on some sort of social media or something, that he thinks Endgame is so big that it doesn't need trailers. I don't disagree with that, but I don't know. Like, I'm in a weird place with that, because I grew up watching trailers. Because I grew up in the age before YouTube. So you couldn't, necessarily just go and see whatever you wanted to see when you wanted to see it. Yeah, I'd watch trailers all the time because they were always running. And it was probably different for me growing up in LA. It was probably a little more frequent there, I would imagine, than it is in, say, Salt Lake City, Utah. But, yeah, trailers can be fun. I mean, they do serve a purpose, and they have a place. And that place may have been somewhat lost in recent years. Listening to, various film critics talking about trailers. They make some good arguments against them. But with Endgame, yeah, fucking everyone has been talking about it almost constantly since Infinity War. It's kind of astounding how the word of mouth for a Marvel's Avengers movie has kind of just for almost a year now. Almost a solid year. The excitement and the conversation about Endgame has been more than enough to keep it in the zeitgeist until, it comes out. So, yeah, it probably doesn't need trailers, but I don't hate trailers. And truth be told, I haven't watched many trailers, really. In the last 5-10 years, whenever trailers have come out, I've only watched them when I've sought them out. So, yeah. I don't know. That's another reason I'm kind of excited to have live television again, because I miss having those commercials and things where they're on and you just watch them because they're there. So, anyway, my point there, Kevin Smith says Endgame doesn't need trailers. I don't disagree, but I'm not opposed to them. Okay. And, yeah, I'm realizing just, now, just how, disjointed my notes have been. Because we're going back to Disney Plus news with the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. So, it looks like it is going to be made, from what I've read of, like, 4 or 5 headlines. And, as expected, it will be produced for Disney Plus. So, yeah. I'm hoping that Disney Plus prices their app subscription reasonably, because I want to get it, but I'm not going to be spending $20 a month for just that. So, yeah. And Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart received the Guinness World Record for longest careers as Marvel superheroes. Because, they've been playing Wolverine and Professor X, respectively, since 1999. So, yeah, 20 years playing the same characters. It's not fair to weigh that against the Incredible Hulk, seeing as there have been, just 2 feature films with the name of the Incredible, titled Incredible Hulk. Or rather, the Hulk being the titular character. And then, each having a different actor portraying the Hulk. And then a third Hulk, or rather a third actor portraying the Hulk in all of, Avengers, Age of Ultron, Ragnarok, Iron Man 3. So, yeah, 4, 5 films soon. Anyway, it's fun for them, I guess. And Black Panther named first choice for Best Picture Oscar by moviegoers. Obviously, because that was probably the single most popular Marvel film and one of the bigger films last year. So, yeah. Okay. So, a quick note here about Stan Lee's cameos. He has a couple more coming up in movies soon. And, Captain Marvel and Avengers 4. And Captain Marvel, which is coming out in just a couple weeks now, March 8th. And I need to make sure that I'm going to be getting off work in time on the 7th to go see the FanX screening. So I'm super stoked for that. But yeah, Stan Lee also had a cameo in Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet. He didn't get to see that one either. So, yeah, just more sadness there with Stan Lee's passing. Anyway. Alright, and then my weird rantiness that I'm going to get into now. I guess Detective Comics 998. They had some sort of, I haven't read it. I just, read an article about the baffling last page. And as I understand it, from what the little bit that I read about it, is that Bruce found himself in some sort of computer construct program thing, reminiscent of the Matrix, perhaps. And yeah, so the last page, after something glitched in there, he sees a younger him, a juvenile Bruce Wayne. Child probably, 8 or 9, the age he was when his parents were murdered. And he's sitting on the chair in the Batcave in an adult Batman suit. Because, he looks like a child wearing an adult suit. And, yeah. From what I've read, people are not understanding what any of that is supposed to mean. Because this young Bruce, talking to the older Batman, says, quote, "To wear the cape and cowl, we'd have to wage war on ourselves, Bruce." End quote. Yeah, it's a bit heady, but I don't see where the confusion is there. I mean, it could mean a couple of things, obviously. Having to combat the negative image of a vigilante, basically reigning over the city. Fuck, I had these thoughts a little better thought out earlier. But, I mean, if you're familiar with Don Quixote, which I'm not, outside of, the references to Quixote in Aaron Sorkin's works, this could be the Knight of the Mirrors, showing Bruce his own weaknesses and explaining, or perhaps not explaining, that he still has things within himself that need to be overcome. Yeah, it's one of those things that's not necessarily meant to mean one thing specifically. I think it's something that, people need to read and work out for themselves. Or shut the fuck up and wait until next month when the next issue comes out and something is explained a little bit more. For fuck's sake, it's a comic book. I would like to think that I'm not the only one who has a job to get to outside of that, but here we are. Alright, let's see where we are time-wise. Yeah, this may be a somewhat longer episode than I anticipated, but yeah, looking at the waveform for our game session we recorded the other night, I might need to trim that down a bit anyway. And wow, I might have to actually listen through that one. There's a lot of things on there that look kind of wonky. But anyway, that's all my Twitter stuff. So now I'm going to I'm going to jump onto the Wise Guys website. And yeah, this is going to be a fun weekend. So, Dan Cummins is headlining Wise Guys Downtown the 22nd and 23rd. Arg. So, the late show Friday is not yet sold out, but it's probably pretty close because the other 3 shows have sold out. And we're supposed to be recording that night, which is why I was not planning on going to see him, which I hate because he's always been one of my favorite comedians. If you ever have a chance, go and watch his, I'm pretty sure it's his first special, Revenge is Near. That was one of the first specials that I watched where I literally almost died because I could not breathe for about 10 minutes straight. Because he had this great chunk that led seamlessly into the next chunk, and I fucking could not stop laughing. Okay. And then Sean Paulson is headlining Wise Guys Ogden. And yeah, he's headlining Wise Guys Ogden this weekend, as well as February 22nd, 23rd. March 29th and 30th, April 26th and 27th, and May 24th and 25th. So yeah, you got lots of chances to see him. And you should. I can't remember if I've seen him. But I'm sure he doesn't suck. And then the 22nd, our friend Shane is doing his last show in Salt Lake for a little while. Because he's moving to Manhattan, I believe. So kudos to him for that. But yeah, that show is not sold out yet, so you still have a chance for that. And February 23rd at Salt Lake, at the Wise Guys Downtown, Dan Cummins is recording the Time Suck podcast. He's recording a live show of that. That'll be at 4 p.m., and there are still tickets available there. And Don Barnhart is headlining Wise Guys Jordan Landing. And I'm not familiar with him. I'll have to check him out. Yeah, it's unfortunate though, because again, we are planning on recording Friday night, and then Saturday night planning on poker, and 24th, that's Sunday? Yeah. Alright, so February the 24th, you can check out Aaron and Jessa, and I don't think they're recording their podcast. May just be a live show. But yeah, they have the podcast Mormon and the Meth Head. And I don't think I've listened to it yet. I've been meaning to, but I have like 200 podcasts in my list. So, I almost have episodes. I have almost 200 episodes popping up every damn day. Because I love podcasts. But yeah, I know Aaron, he's a good guy. Super funny. So, I am sure that is going to be a fun show. Of course, you don't have to take my word for it. You can go and see it for yourself. Or at least just shut the hell up and stop judging me. Okay. Arrgh. Sorry, I left one of my devices through which I can access Facebook almost all the way across the damn room. Alright. Okay. Oh, that's not what I want. Alright. Getting into the Facebook event stuff, so anything I'm talking about now, you can hop on to Facebook and look it up. Let's see, Canned Laughter Live at the Good Time in Provo, Utah. Let's see who's on that one. It'll be featuring Taylor Nielsen, Dennis High, Christian Leddick, Brandon Henderson, John Deming, and Jordan Macon. So I recognize a handful of those names. Should be fun. And yeah, that is going to be tonight, Thursday, February 1st. Blech. And that will be 8 o'clock p.m. to 9:30 p.m. And Story Lab with Jen Kirkman at the Hollywood Improv at 8:30. And then tomorrow, Friday, February 22nd, the Second People's Basement Open Mic. Again, an open mic I would like to get out to, but we are supposed to be recording that night. And sorry to talk about that. Sunday, February 24th. Let's see. Black History Party and panel style discussion at the Sugar Space Arts Warehouse. And let's see. That is going to be... God, God damn it, I'm sleepy. God damn it. I swear I saw a time a moment ago.
Excuse me, colorful stranger. Would you like to bowl with me?
I'm feeling lucky. Why don't we make it one game for $2,000?
Okay.
God, I don't know, it's kind of loud.
Deal. Let's go, boys.
Blorp. Oh, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. is the time that I've got on here. And then that night, 6:30 to 9:30 p.m., Watchtower Comedy Open Mic. And Monday, February 25th, at 6 p.m. is the Podcast Salt Lake City meetup. So I think I'm going to have to run over to that. Oh, I can't remember what I'm working that day. Blah, blah, blah. Saturday, Sunday. Shit. Alright. I need to figure out what my work schedule is that day. And let's see, the Big Willie's February Comedy Showcase at 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. That'll be at the Big Willie's Bar in Salt Lake City. And Film Buff, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil at Broovies Cinema Pub at 10 p.m. No admission, $3 pizza slices, $3 drink specials, $5.95 nachos, and it is technically a bar, I believe. So it is 21 or older. But yeah, Ruby's is a cool place. I like hanging out there. I've only been there a handful of times, but I definitely need to hang out there more. And let's see, Tuesday, February 26th. Black Cultural Center Open House in Blessing. Where's that? That is here in Salt Lake. And yeah, it just says come visit the Black Cultural Center. So that'll be fun. And 8 p.m. that night. Again, Tuesday, February 26th. Gabrielle Lysenko headlining Beehive. Let's see who else is on that bill. Jasmine Marie Lewis, Courtney Osborne, Nicholas Don Smith, and hosted by Holly J. And Wednesday, February 27th, Out of the Hat Improv Review. I'll be at the Beehive, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Dungeons and Comedy. Thursday, February 28th. And let's see. They hadn't filled up that bill yet. So right now they've got Pete Jr. comedian, Aaron Orlovitz hosting, Nicholas Don Smith dungeon mastering, and Trevor D. Kelly designated player supreme. So $5, all ages venue, kitchen is open, sweet, and mature content. That's a great show. I need to get out to that more and support my friends. I haven't done shit in so long. I feel like a cunt. Because I've gone to like 2 open mics in the last 8 months. And I'd like to say I've been focusing more so on this and the website. But of course, I've done little on either. I mean, I actually do considerable work for this. The recording and editing and all. But at any rate, it's fun. I just need to quit being a lazy sack of shit and get off my ass so that I can go out and have more fun. And, I don't know, who knows? Maybe figure out how to be funny at some point. That might be helpful. Alright. So, speaking of the website, ComedyShedRadio.com. feel free to check that out. And I'm going to start putting up more stuff on there and on the Patreon page. So feel free to throw money at me. I'm okay with that. I won't think it's cheap or degrading in any way. In fact, I would very much appreciate it. So, you can do that. You can follow our social media stuff. We've got Twitter accounts, Facebook pages. And, as always, the Comedy Shed Radio hotline, which is 801-900-3154. You can leave text messages or voicemails on that number, which is fun. And thanks again for listening. I mean, I really do appreciate this. And the last couple months, like I was saying last time, our download numbers have been fucking fantastic. We had a record download day with 124 downloads in one day, which was, again, the best single day of downloads we've had, which is great. And then last month, we almost hit 1,000 downloads over the entire month. And so far, with this being the third episode of this month, we've almost met that download number from last month. So I'm thinking that with a few more downloads, we can break 1,000 this month, which would be great, because that's been my goal for like 2 months now. And again, you guys don't have to actually listen to all of this. You can just start your home robot spy thing, have it play for your dogs or cats or whatever, and just let that run all day. That'd be cool. Or just press play and then turn down the volume. I'm okay with that too. But yeah. Thanks a lot. And yeah, I guess, holy shit. Yeah, I did not expect to be recording this for so long, but cool. Alright. So yeah, have a good week. See you later. Alright, so Larry is off running his errands now. And
we're going to go do some work.
Yeah, I want to swing back by the newspaper, I believe. Is that where we were? I think that's where we found the reporter.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to just call and speak to the reporter and hold like a handkerchief over my phone and disguise my voice a little bit so that, if we ever meet them in person.
So, they don't hear this. This is me and you.
Well, then.
We're trying to solve this mystery, and we're being sidetracked by his job. I'm going to reach out to a work associate back at, because I live like in the Miami area where my field is more and prevalent.
The New England more.
No, yeah, I was all ears when you mentioned a coworker. So.
I mean, if we're in Pennsylvania, well, somebody's king has got to be Amish, right?
But I'm gonna pull a favor, or just ask a coworker to ask if he can just get one of the girls to say something positive about Viridian, hashtag it with the Viridian, and have her do it topless and just post it on tweet or.
Oh, I thought you meant like giving her a quote legitimate acting gig.
Just so that
makes your job a little easier.
No. So gets him in trouble, and he might get fired, so we can focus on actually solving this mystery.
You realize the Winnebago and the money you'll be earning at the moment is all coming from his work.
Yeah.
You're technically being contracted out through James.
True. But if he loses his job, I still have another job to fall back
He
on.
gets a severance package too,
Well,
so we'll just use that.
And his boss did not say fucking anything about
How?
getting people talking about Viridian.
He just wanted it done. He didn't specify how. And
I'm saying if Alexis Texas has her shirt off, and she says that she likes, what does Viridian do?
well, if it's anything like Viridian from Better Off Ted, then they
Everything.
yeah, they do a little bit of everything. And
I buy my cotton swabs at fucking Viridian.
yeah, may or may not be a Bond villain level corporation.
Yeah. People will be talking about it. That's all I'm saying. That's
You do that.
Yeah, yeah, I
we'll
was like,
see what happens. I threw the seed out there
I
without-
see there was seed.
without them knowing.
No, yeah, I mean, knowing my boss, he'll be up for that. No pun intended, because fuck puns. Anyway, so yeah, I am gonna touch base with. You okay there? Just?
How did the gummy bear lose his leg?
Uh oh.
He lost it in Nom.
That was stupid.
Fuck you.
It's just awful.
But it's a pun. Tim's face is great.
I fucking hate you all so much.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Back to the game.
So you're calling the reporter.
Yeah, and just seeing how their story is coming along, and
Presence and socialize.
ooh, I got stuff for that. Oh, sweet! I do
Look at me, I'm pretty and I know how to talk.
Yes.
I guess yeah, it would be manipulation, not presence.
Well, presence is kind of like charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, kind of. I mean, manipulation.
Well, presence and manipulation, they both are more charismatic traits.
Mhm.
But
Because you're on the phone, we're gonna go manipulation.
yeah, that makes sense to me.
Oh, that means I get one more. Sweet.
Because you can use your manipulation in your boxers on the phone. Don't have to worry about your presence.
I'm not sure. Was that a masturbation joke?
I think that was your fugly joke.
Excellent. All right. I have 2 successes there. Yeah, 2. And re-rolling. Another success, which was all 3 of those successes were 10s, by the way. So yeah, 3 successes.
We could see his dice about as well as you guys can, audience. We just go on the trust system here.
Oh, I'm not gonna fucking cheat at a game. Like, I'm not that kind of asshole.
Cheaters always win.
That's you're obviously basing that on U.S. politics.
Nope.
No.
Okay, so what did you want? You want to know about
No, that was all I was saying. I got 3 successes. So I was like, I'm your friend who gave you some information recently. I was wondering if you had a chance to look it over, and if you've started writing your story yet.
Did you give him your name?
I don't think I would have, but I'm not sure. That's why I'm being extra vague.
He tells you.
We did not, because we definitely gave a manila envelope under the door. We were super anonymous with this shit. So
He tells you there will be a story in the morning, tomorrow morning's paper.
excellent. So how's your day going? It just seems rude to ask for this favor and then just hang up. I mean,
So who are you, and how do you have? How did you get this information?
You're right. I should just hang up now. Click. Uh-oh. Here come dice. Shit, they're going to call back. They're going to start 69 us.
Yep.
Fuck. Hola.
You still need to tell me who you are and who are your sources.
¿Qué pasó?
He says that again in Spanish.
Well, I shot my wad with that one.
Ni hao.
Guten Morgen.
Yeah, I probably should have some sort of a backstory for this, huh? Because, shit. Because it just sounds very Republican to say. It's like, I feel this corporation's getting a bad shake, and I want to help them improve their public image. Do you guys have any thoughts?
You're just gonna bring in jobs.
I'm still trying to figure out what Viridian does.
Well,
They
the
own
jobs
things
angle.
and a lot of. They have lawyers.
It's like LexCorp. It's
Yeah,
just, it's just big and it,
Yeah, investment and development. They own. Then they do day trading.
Okay, because I kind of figured it was more of just like a holdings firm where they own different companies in different fields, and they're all just kind of gathered under this one umbrella corporation.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
That's why I said that they own things.
okay.
Okay. Sorry, I almost have a thought, so I just need to vamp a little bit more. I'm trying to think of something that might be believable.
Let me put it this way: the CEOs of Viridian that you see are probably not the CEOs.
Shit, this might be like some Godzilla monster thing. You watch. Like, the actual owner of this corporation is going to be Godzilla himself.
Herself.
No, I'm just look.
Go fuck
This is the world of darkness.
Oh, I know.
so-
Oh, I know. Okay. I myself actually own a number of other businesses that I would like to bring to. Do we decide white or bluestone for this one?
I think it was white.
All right.
I don't care.
Yeah. Well, I'm speaking to this character. It's like, so as soon as Viridian starts bringing in, shit, what was it they were building again? I forget.
Landfill.
They were-
or something?
Oh, that's right.
No, they were
Turn into quarry.
they
into
were
like a-
restarting the quarry, and then once all the limestone's gone, they were gonna basically turn the space. They were gonna drain the water and turn it into a landfill.
Right. Okay. So the thing is, with this area, as soon as it becomes more industrialized, there will be more homes and more jobs coming to the city, and I have more jobs to bring to the city. So as soon as Viridian kind of moves in a little bit more, it'll be easier for me to bring in my companies to build this city a little bit more. And I'm just trying to help everyone as much as I can.
And what companies would you be bringing into Whitestone?
Well, I currently hold a number of data entry firms. Not super fancy jobs, but I mean above federal minimum wage. And after that, we can bring in some more retail spaces. And it's just a matter of time. But that time keeps getting pushed further and further back the longer Viridian is kept out of Whitestone.
Interesting. And what was the name of your company? Or anything I can follow up with? Anyone I could follow up with?
This is Tim right now. For a moment, I was going to say Larry, but I don't think we want to use that name anymore. Well, I didn't use the name for this character, so I guess I'll use it as an assumed name. My name is Jim Slater. So, what's this?
Shackleford.
Oh fuck! I haven't watched that show forever. I missed that. So let's just keep it my name and your name for right now, and then as soon as things start moving forward, I can give you more information.
Right, Mr. Slater. Right. And he hangs up.
I get the feeling that could have gone better.
Could have gone worse.
Well, thing is, knowing Justin as I do, the way he said that last thing, it suggests that that dice roll did not pan out well for James Morningstar.
So where exactly am I driving to? Because at this point I'm just going down the road.
Oh yeah,
You're headed back into town.
yeah. Let's see. We probably don't want to.
Someone's common sense is tingling about going to City Hall.
I think that's you, Noah.
It's
Sure shit ain't
definitely
Jack.
Yeah, because we definitely don't want to go back to the quarry right now. I mean, we might want to try talking to Eddie later on, but not so late as 4 a.m. And yeah. That's definitely our plan after dinner, is to go to Eddie's place and talk about Edith.
Again, I know that my common sense is tingling in regards to City Hall, but why would we go back to the guy that pulled a gun on you?
Oh, no, this is Tim talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, that's Tim thinking ahead after we take care of the work stuff for James.
Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, James is all for going to City Hall. I mean, there's probably going to be something going on there. Probably a protest. I would imagine. So.
Did your character get a chubby at like the idea of a protest? You're like, yeah, this is going to be a great PR moment. I'm going to turn this shit around.
See, that's what Tim is trying to figure out right now, like how to use that without like.
Well, maybe we can get on the internets and see if there's like a pro corporate group in the area. Like,
Wow.
go get the Republicans.
Not only is Chad driving, but he's thinking too. So yeah, we should definitely do that.
What was it that I just saw? I just saw something. It was on, I think it was Vice News, about like Republican parties hiring groups of people to advocate on behalf of whatever the fuck they pay them for.
Yeah.
And so but we don't really have a lot of money to be throwing around.
No, yeah, I mean, we can barely pay for us, let alone protesters. Or, I guess, anti-protesters?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how, like, public things like this work out. I normally just sit on my ass and watch cartoons.
Go make a couple anonymous Reddit posts. Get the trolls involved.
I mean, you at least want to get a meeting with the city council.
Well, the thing is, I'm not there representing Viridian right now, so
That's true.
Or
at least sit in on one of the city council meetings, I guess, is probably what you want to do.
That would be a good idea. See if there's a public hearing. So yeah, we'll definitely do that. And Jad, you should probably just stay in the car and keep the engine running, just in case. No, I don't keep the engine running, obviously. I mean, we've got money, but we're not made of it, so. But yeah, I definitely think we should probably keep someone in the Winnebago just in case anyone comes looking for it. They can take off, and then I don't know, whatever happens then, we'll figure out then. But yeah, we're definitely gonna go to City Hall and see if there are any public hearings or anything like that we can sit in on.
You get to City Hall. Everyone, give me a wits and composure.
Yay! Oh no! God damn it! Remind me, I need to find that die. Wait.
2 successes.
2 successes.
2 successes.
Why is everyone looking at me?
Because you're the charming individual.
Okay.
Yes, if this were a matter of charm, then I'd be sad.
Tim is trying to figure out what he's going to do and say. The two of you notice across the street there is the sheriff. And there is a black, unmarked, heavily tinted town car.
Fuck!
That looks a little out of place in front of the...
And again, for the record, that's Tim who is outraged by this discovery, not James. James doesn't know what's happening. But fuck, we are screwed. So yeah, you guys work on that, and I'm gonna find that die I dropped.
So I have my fingers crossed, which means I'm speaking out of character. Why are we super concerned about this?
Because Tim has concerns that if it's not the FBI looking for Larry, it's probably the guys who were, for lack of a better term, by which to say I can't think of a better term, are in cahoots with the black-eyed children.
Well,
Because when those children appeared, they were soon followed by black SUVs and, like bodyguard types in suits and that.
okay.
So if this guy is a part of that group, they're looking for us.
It's just one vehicle, right?
Yep.
Which could suggest that they don't know for sure that any of us are here. That's still not great for us. So, although they would only know about Chad and me. So, again, based on James Morningstar's experience, they would only have reason to be looking for Chad or James. Seeing as Larry did not really exist at that time. Well, nor did Noah, but you guys were not there, so.
Then I just see the car. I don't see anybody in it, around
No,
it. The windows
it's just,
are up.
It looks like all the other cars are like white or tan with sheriff on the side.
Oh, yeah, this obviously says spook.
Yeah. Well, it says higher up the chain.
Yeah.
You can't use that word anymore.
I just did.
No, I know.
Let's see.
No, I know. Like, spook is, one of those words that has negative connotations, but also not so great negative connotations.
It's words are funny.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys use the word villain, right? Do you know where that came from?
No, I just know that most villains are my heroes.
Yeah, they're farmers. The small townsfolk. Like they came from villas. It's funny how meanings of names and words change.
No, I don't like the word villain.
Yeah, it was just the higher
Lousy
aristocracy would
Hey,
speak
you
down
got
about
yourself.
the small, lower class people living in the villas,
That makes sense.
and it's evolved into something else. Let's see.
Yeah,
If
because
they don't know about me,
I'm pretty sure
Why
that
don't
we
we-
did tell everyone in the group about what happened with the black-eyed children and the SUVs and that. And I do have eidetic memory, so when I say I think, I mean James Morningstar does know that he did indeed do that.
could just like walk in there and pretend you're like making a drop because they'll have like those prescription medication drop points, and you just go see what you see in there
In town hall?
in a sheriff's office.
In sheriff's office?
Well, that's another thing, is it could just be the mayor or whatever. That's another possibility. But, yeah, Tim, again, knowing Justin, knows there's a reason he brought that up, so...
That's what they saw when they rolled their perception rolls. You didn't see nothing.
No,
I
it
know.
stood out.
I'm preparing my statements. That's why Tim was saying, fuck, not James. So,
Well, hey James, buddy,
yes.
you notice that car over there?
Oh, shit.
Kind of looks out of place, don't it?
Yeah, that's why I said, oh, shit, not which car. How long has it been there? Did it just pull up? Do we know who's in there?
It's been here since we got here.
Since we got here,
Shit.
nobody's around it.
You probably just parked.
Right.
So
Yeah.
as far as you know, it's been there less than 5 minutes.
Well, I mean, at least 5 minutes, because we don't know when it parked, so...
Got larceny.
Well,
Well, let's go steal it.
That's what I was thinking.
It's the clear-
I need somebody to go.
well, I was going to say, Noah, you should probably just walk past there and pretend like you're sightseeing or taking photographs or something and seeing who or what is in there. Because, again, with James's eidetic memory, he's going, my first thought... Yeah, I got it right there. See?
No.
Okay. So, yeah, James is instantly going to make that connection, thinking that it's those same guys. And if it is, they met James and Chad.
Did you say it had government plates or anything on it?
You didn't notice.
Yeah, but we probably can't see the plates from here, I would imagine. So,
You only noticed the car and how different it looked. You didn't notice much else. You that bullshit story you gave to the reporter. If you guys gussied yourself up, it could work.
Okay. Well, for a moment, I had so much fun watching Loren play with that cannon and the mic stand. Well, yeah, I mean, James is wearing a suit because it's daytime and he's not an animal. So yeah, he's not wearing a tie, but he's wearing a suit and a button-up shirt. And this is James now. I was like, no, I really think you should just kind of walk past there casually and see what's in that car.
I'm actually going to borrow Chad. So I tell you, let's walk in front of the car. We walk in front of the car. I can look through the front window, which won't be tinted, see if there's anybody in there. Also look to see if it's unlocked.
Well, the thing is, if these are the same guys, they know Chad.
Yeah.
Plus, he tends to stick out.
Kind of hard to miss.
Yeah.
I kind of need, if anybody's watching,
Oh.
them to focus on something other than me.
Oh, so you are using him as a distraction.
Distraction.
Okay.
Yeah, even if they didn't know him, he would still stand out.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're comfortable with that,
If there
Chad.
are there any people on the street?
There's a few. I mean, we're probably talking it's 4-ish by now. So people are... I mean, it's small town, so there's not a ton of people in town anyway.
All right. Here's the plan. We'll leave the side door open, and Chad, if you get into trouble, just flail your arms and yell for help really loud, and then I'll just drive past, you jump in, and then Noah. I imagine it would be Chad and then Noah in that order. So you keep an eye out too, and then if you see the Winnebago hauling ass, get ready to jump in.
Someone's common sense says Tim should go in and see if there's a town meeting first before you guys do this.
Oh, well, again, James is...
Common sense is coming in handy.
Well, the big thing is that James is concerned if there's someone there who would recognize Chad or James. So,
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I'm not a PI, but the only way we're going to get an answer is if we start kicking dirt, and you're going to... If they're there, it's
Yeah.
not like we're supposed to be avoiding them.
All right. Well,
Story-wise, anyways.
I know.
I know.
And trying to not look suspicious makes you look suspicious.
Oh, I'm nothing but nonchalant.
So don't smoke your pipe walking across the street.
It's tobacco, as far as you know. All right. Well,
Well, if you're going to do that, then why don't you walk in front of the car, look in, and see if there's anybody in there, and just give us a nod or a shake of the head if there's not.
okay. I'm trying to think of a more casual signal than me just looking off into the distance and then shaking my head or nodding.
Adjust your belt if nobody's in there.
Okay. That sounds good. All right. Well, then I shall do that. And as I walk away from the Winnebago, I'm going to slide on my sunglasses and just walk casual.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to walk past the town car. And,
Wits and composure.
okay. I got an 8.
You don't see anyone in there because it's dark, but you can't really see the back seat. And
Okay.
the hairs on the
Fuck.
back of your neck are shooting straight out.
Just like they were in the alley?
Kinda.
Okay.
I just came up with another idea, but
It's
really
kind of
need
like
Larry
your
and his rocks.
What?
I said I just came up with another idea, but unfortunately I need Larry and his rocks.
your fight or flight
Right.
is getting triggered.
Okay.
You feel very watched.
Okay.
It could be the cameras on the
Yeah.
sheriff's station, but you feel like you definitely have that feeling of being watched.
Okay, then I am going to, as I walk past, I'm just going to kind of adjust my collar of my suit, my suit coat and my shirt, and then I'm gonna just keep walking past into City Hall and see what happens. So, hopefully they will recognize that was not exactly the signal they sent, that they, that we agreed
Adjusted
upon.
something, but it wasn't his belt. Does that mean there's a kid in there?
Well,
So there's probably somebody in there.
yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
James's intent is to signal you guys, but I don't think there's
Don't
There's
seek the treasure.
I understood that reference.
I love that.
that sounds almost familiar, but I can't.
Oh, brother, where art thou?
Okay.
It's like 3 rows back in the movie theater.
Oh, that's a good movie. I watched that forever.
Yeah.
You're not my daddy. My daddy was hit by a train. All right. So yeah, I just head straight into City Hall towards whatever meetings are going on.
There's no meetings going on right now, but there is a post, like a board that's like
A bulletin board.
yeah, bulletin board that
Okay.
has the schedule. There's a meeting tomorrow.
All right.
Well, there's a public meeting tomorrow.
Right. Okay. Then I'm just going to take a minute and look over the entire board so as to not be interested in that specific thing. And then, after a minute or two, I will exit City Hall and then keep walking in the direction I was going, away from, the Winnebago and all that. And at that point, I am going to just scratch my head and my hair and just kind of brush my hair back. And hopefully you guys pick
You
up.
two roll wits and composure.
3 3 successes.
1 success.
You see Tim do the adjusting.
I'm pretty sure he needs a pickup.
All right, and then I'm
Let's Uber him out of here.
I was gonna say I'm gonna keep walking away and then just round the corner,
Yeah.
and again, not run, but almost a brusque pace, just so that I can get out of sight before looking as good as I do, getting into a fucking Winnebago with these clods.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
You pick him up.
Okay.
So you guys didn't do anything to that car, right?
No.
Okay, because I got a thing like before, but I don't know. It felt off.
It
I couldn't
felt off,
I couldn't see anyone in there, but
and I told you to adjust your pants if no one was in there. You didn't see anyone in there?
I didn't see anyone in there, but have you guys heard of the Holy Ghost?
Yeah.
No, I had an uncomfortable feeling, and it felt similar to that night in the alley.
Which you survived.
Barely. Again, I couldn't tell exactly what was or was not in that car, but I got a very strong sensation that we don't want to be fucking with that right away.
I really need Larry and his rocks.
Just go knock on the window. Ask for directions.
Yeah, I mean, I presume it's still there. I just, I figured we should have a conversation before we try doing anything. And I need a fucking drink. And that wasn't just James. I'm trying to take a drink, so somebody else talk for a second.
Well, I mean, it wasn't super intense, but it just was enough to trigger your fight or flight
Yeah, I didn't need for it to be a super intense sensation. It's just that it felt similar to that night in the alley. And that night in the alley fucked me up hard. So,
yeah, those douchebags did beat up your character pretty good.
Well, there was that, and then the other stuff.
And that reminds me.
I believe I can erase those damage things, right?
Yeah.
Because we've rested at least twice now, I think. I'm healed up, guys. I feel better, but I am.
Send Loren and just go ask for directions somewhere.
What do the kids look like again?
Like pale, not blonde, but like white, silverish hair, right?
Black-eyed children.
Here is some information about black-eyed children.
You're gonna get whatever we had on the computer.
No, it's the specific website.
Yeah, that's how it starts.
That's worse.
That came out wrong. It's what is it? SC something. They take pictures from the internet and add stories, and they're all they're all kind of creepy pastas and
yeah. Basically, I pull up a picture on Chrome that looks like a description of something that we've
just
heard about.
not necessarily pale, but like fair skin, and then was it dark hair or like
white hair?
Yeah, white silver. I want to say white silverish hair.
Kind of like that.
Okay.
But then, their eyes were
Except
black and cold.
Teeth
like
a little
doll's
more
eyes.
anglerfish.
Let me see.
Oh.
I mean, white hair, but
Yeah.
anglerfish type teeth.
So like long, sharp, almost like claws, but in their mouth. Yeah, that works. So, yeah.
I find a kid, just an image of a kid.
Oh, this keeps
my-
getting bad.
Now I'm just pull it up on Chrome on my phone, and
Hopefully in incognito mode.
I'm just kind of, looking around, like I'm looking down the street, I knock on a couple windows of cars that are empty. On my way to that car, which I knock on the window.
I'm looking for my child. Is that what you're doing?
And if anybody rolls down the window, I'm going to be like, I'm looking for this kid. His name's Stefan.
I was like, Aloysius.
Stefan.
Must be Swedish. I would imagine. I mean, you know, those Swedes. I don't think we have any listeners in Sweden. So I think we're okay making those jokes for now. Although while Justin looks this up, our downloads have been getting just spectacular the last couple months. It's been great.
There's no knock at, or no one rolls down the window.
Is it because Noah looks like that? Or is,
But-
or is it because he's just waving around pictures of children?
Yeah, your danger sense, something's off. And no one's in the front seat that you can tell.
I try the door.
It's locked.
It's locked.
Uh-oh.
Let's break it.
Okay, now I'm more interested in looking like a car thief.
Oh, wow. Well, it's been nice knowing Noah.
I have a hatchet. I can just break the window.
I don't think James nor Tim likes
Okay.
where this is heading.
We are right outside the sheriff's office.
Yeah. Plus,
Dex and larceny.
I mean,
If you want to try and...
this is late afternoon, so broad daylight, outside a sheriff's station.
Hey, what do the
City
license
Hall.
plates say? They're like government plates or something.
I didn't look. So.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, buddy.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, 3 successes.
You do get...
No.
The lock does pop. And the siren starts going.
No.
Well, I mean, I guess the alarm
It
starts.
starts
Yeah.
going. But the lock popped.
Yeah.
Okay, I opened the door quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Is there
James is in
anything-
the Winnebago, so.
Is there anything like on the seats?
There is someone sitting in the back. Their faces... You can't see their face.
Shadowed.
You just see a person back there.
I'm more than likely probably saw that person once I leaned into the vehicle.
Yeah.
Probably going to be frozen in, I wouldn't say fear, but just like, okay, what the fuck's my next step?
And your morality is 7, right?
It is.
I'm guessing not anymore.
I'm on a quest.
Yeah, trust me, that does not hold up in court as well as you would think.
You see, like, the glow of a cigarette for
Uh-oh.
a second.
Was there smoke in the car?
There is now as they
Okay.
blow out. And
Uh-oh.
you
So-
are scared.
So, Loren, what character are you going to roll next?
Wits and resolve.
Okay. But before this, I need an answer to the question. Was there anything sitting on the seats?
On the front seats, no.
Okay. So wits and resolve, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope you don't die.
1 success.
Your body's screaming flight response.
You should
Okay.
probably run away.
Yeah, I'm gonna run. Seems like the reasonable thing to do. Okay, I run.
Where to?
I'm going to run across the street and try to loop back around to where they're at, as opposed to running directly back to them.
Yeah, I was going to suggest maybe we should have come up with a plan. Like,
It's-
just in case.
It's fine.
You take off. You do hear doors open behind you from the sheriff's office.
Mm-hmm.
He does have his phone, right?
I do.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can call one of us, and then we can
Well,
kind
first
of...
I got to get to a safe spot before I can do that. Like I got to duck into something.
Right.
Or,
Is anyone there to watch? Are you guys close enough to watch?
Well, I mean,
Or James and
again,
Chad?
I suggested specifically when they pick me up to be out of sight, and I wouldn't take lookout on this because I've already walked through that scene. So
I just assumed we were parked like down the street in a car somewhere watching.
Well, you're in your Winnebago.
That's what I'm saying, like in the car but
Yeah.
watching.
Okay, you guys see two dudes in suits come out with other guys dressed in sheriff, like the tan uniforms. The two guys in suits go to the car. They look inside. They lock it, shut the door, turn off the alarm. They talk to the sheriffs and go back inside.
okay, then I'm not going to start driving away like I was about to say. All right.
Let's go down the street, pick Loren up.
I'm gonna call his phone right now.
Ring a ring ring
I was
ring.
like, ring ring.
I'll answer
Noah,
it.
not Loren. Noah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, thank you. I forgot that. What the fuck was that?
Did it look like I was trying to steal the car? I was trying to make it look like I was trying to steal the car. I didn't want to, like, once I got there and I realized that there was nobody there, I was dropping the whole, like, I'm looking for a kid act, and I just wanted to look like a carjacker.
Yeah, it worked.
So I was kind of doing the smash and grab thing, just going in. But I saw something in the back seat, scared the shit out of me, and I ran.
Yeah, I warned you about that. And
Yeah, but I had the balls to go into the car and look.
do you still have said balls?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good for you. And to answer your question, yes, you looked exactly like a carjacker.
All right.
He was impeccable.
Pick me up.
All right.
Find a street sign or a
Yeah,
landmark
I
or something.
was gonna say, just they're not pursuing you. At least these guys aren't. So just fly casual for a couple
Well,
blocks.
whoever it was in the back seat saw me. They didn't seem concerned with my presence.
Well, okay. There, a couple of suits were talking.
Who fucking smokes in a car these days? Especially a nice town car like that.
Okay, we can discuss that later. But the suits did speak to whoever was in there, it looked like.
Yeah.
And then they just went back into
And
the
there's-
sheriff's station with the sheriffs who were there.
But they just went back in?
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know if they got on the radios or so just
Whatever that was in the back seat can't be seen in public.
or they could just be an albino.
A smoking albino.
It happens, I imagine.
But there's no sunlight in the building. Like he or she would have went into the building too.
Yeah, but there's sunlight, outside the building.
Yeah.
And albinos are damn near combustible. So, yeah, just keep walking casual another couple blocks. We'll meet
Okay.
you at and
Okay.
click.
You guys meet back up?
Okay. So what happened to you?
I was hoping to find something, some sort of like information, something in the car.
Well,
Burger King receipt, fucking, I work for this company, blah, 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 briefcase, something. Instead, I found something in the backseat smoking. Scary. Very scary.
Did you get a good look at it? Or
No.
them?
I got a really good look at a cigarette
Okay.
and shadows.
Did they say anything?
Edict memory. There was something that watched you guys the first time you went to the swimming hole that was smoking.
Oh shit, that's right. I thought we ruled that out to be Eddie. But, well, because according to my eidetic memory, I don't recall anything that would suggest that Eddie smokes, now that I think about it.
The first time you met him, he had a cigar in his hand.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's why we...
Wait,
It's been a while, okay?
do you say all that out loud?
No, yeah. Well, now that I remember that Eddie had a cigar. No, because, that was why we thought that it was Eddie who was watching us at the quarries, because he had a cigar and he was smoking. And, you know, the thing that was watching us.
To recap, they were at the swimming hole.
Yep.
They saw a silhouette of someone
Watching
off
them.
in the distance, and it kind of like...
They thought it.
Well, all they saw was a silhouette, and then it kind of plumed out and disappeared. One of them rolled high enough to actually go, "Hey, that could have been someone smoking."
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That was...
when Eddie showed up, he
Yeah.
was holding a cigar.
And you recap me with that.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Seeing as how I'm all about B&E today, if that is Eddie, he's not on his front porch with a shotgun right now.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
So we could go there if we think there's any answers to be had there.
Well, I mean, you know, like...
Unless you gotta fire off some tweets or something.
Well, I can do that while you guys drive. And I will, so that I can act as though I'm working. But, no, again, that's what Tim was saying earlier, is that, you know, evening time-ish is when I was thinking we would have a chance to swing back by Eddie's place. But if Noah wants to swing by there now...
Well, I'm just saying, if we're putting two and two together, then...
Yeah, I mean, James is all for that, so...
I mean, there's just a crazy old woman there, probably, and... What harm can she be?
Well...
This is a sarcastic comment.
So yeah, here's the thing. Larry, mild concussion, and God knows what else. But, yeah.
There's a child